Hey, what's going on, guys? Back at you today, just trying to provide as much value as possible, especially in times like these. And today I wanted to actually talk to you about anxiety and stress management because a lot of people are dealing with it. Just about everybody on the planet right now. So, something I've never actually put out there on the internet. I used to deal with crippling anxiety attacks, so much in fact that they landed me in the ER plenty of times. I'd get EKGs. At one point, they had me wear a Holter monitor, which measures your heart rate and everything. Basically, a 30-day EKG, and then another time they had me wear it for 48 hours. It was revised. It was revised apparently by the best cardiologist in the Northwest, and he said, "Yeah, this is a young, healthy male in his prime. Like nothing wrong with him, right?" But it kept happening, and I was convinced that they were missing something. I had a heart issue, right? I'd get the high heart rate out of nowhere, the palpitations, the slow heart rate, the heavy beats that would like move my body, right? This impending doom, the tension, right? The tingling limbs, tight jaw, all these crazy symptoms. And I felt alone, right? Nobody understood what was going on. I knew that something was wrong with me. And eventually I went to an ER probably like the fourth or fifth time because it was so bad that the doctor told me, "Hey, look, your heart's been checked out, your blood work's fine, you're doing all the right things, you're healthy, you're in your prime, your diet's good. Your problem is mental." And I was like, I don't know, it's not. What are you talking about, right? I didn't really believe her. So she sent me to a behavioral specialist. And this was kind of one of those environments, there's like crystals and calm music playing, and there was no judgment there, that kind of place. And I felt a little weird there. It's like, what am I doing here? I don't need this shit, right? I'm a guy. I'll just brush it off and be fine, right? And that's all good. I think men should have that ability to do that with certain things, that practice that emotional control. So, which, by the way, if you're not practicing emotional control right now, it is a crucial time to do so. Because if you don't, you let this hysteria and this fear grip you, you're done. Okay, so stay strong. Okay, but either way, this person in that office asked me 12 questions, to which I answered yes to every one of them, and she said that I had PTSD, and I was like, yeah, of course I do. I know that. What's that got to do with my heart? So they sent me to a counselor, right? And I felt pretty weird about it. I was like, I don't need that. I don't think I need a counselor. I'm a guy. I'm good. What is this? But immediately, speaking to this person, it was like, oh, this is like coaching. I get it. All right. I get homework to do. I got things to practice. It's effective. It's working. And lo and behold, through consistent practice, like with anything else, just like your nutrition and your workouts and your lifestyle, it paid off. And I don't get crippling anxiety attacks anymore. And when I feel them creeping up, because they never completely go away, I crush them. I'm able to eliminate them, right? I'm going to share with you how I do this, right? So I've studied a mindset specialist course through the NCI. So by all means, I'm not a therapist, right? I'm not a psychologist, but these are means that have worked for me and what I've studied in my certifications and what work for my clients that need these kind of things, right? Now, these things aren't only for anxiety and stress. They also work with like your relationship to processes, life, your body, nutrition, relationship to the gym and working out, right? All this stuff works for multiple things. So one thing that I took from Wim Hof, if you haven't heard of Wim Hof, you should look him up. He's this crazy Dutch guy. He does crazy stuff just with like breathing and body temperature and mindset work and meditation. Was box breathing, right? So I teach this to people by having them usually lay on their back, but you can do it standing up, and put your hands on your belly, usually around your lower belly button, just below it, and maybe on your diaphragm right up here, below the ribs. You could also do this around your waist, right? And I'm gonna have you go ahead and do this with me. It seems kind of silly, right? But we're gonna inhale for 5 seconds. We're gonna hold at the top for 5 seconds. We're gonna exhale for 5 seconds and then hold at the bottom for 5 seconds. All right, so here we go, right? And by the way, I'm breathing into my hands. I'm not breathing into my shoulders or my lungs and shrugging. This is tension. We want relaxation. Okay, so here we go. Now with practice, you can feel that almost immediately. Now what this does It takes you from sympathetic nervous state, and that is the nervous state when we're doing stuff, we're stressed out, oh my God, what's happening, right? Or just driving, you're working, right? That's good, you need it. It takes us from sympathetic down to parasympathetic nervous state, to where we're relaxed, right? We're calm, we're about to go to bed, right? We're maybe meditating, right? We're doing mobility work, right? That kind of stuff. Yeah. That works really good. Outside of that, usually what I'll do is take a little bit of theanine, about 250 milligrams. I'll drink Calm, which is a calcium magnesium supplement. I'll mix a little bit of that, a teaspoon of it, with water. And I'll even try some high CBD, low THC marijuana. And what's another thing I do? L-tryptophan seems to work pretty good sometimes. It helps with neurotransmitter production, and those can be your happy chemicals, right, in your brain. Outside of that, there's something called the triangle of awareness that I like to teach people that have some of these issues, and I drew it out here for you. Okay, so this is what I call the triangle of awareness, and basically we're going to call the behavior your anxiety, your stress, your anger, right, your lashing out, your behaviors that you don't typically do. Okay, and what we need to do is kind of reverse engineer this. Okay, what I mean by that is we need to find the ability when we're displaying this behavior, this panic attack, to reflect back on the feelings that led us to that behavior. Okay, so we're gonna go from behavior and go, hey, what was I feeling before this? What were the feelings that were going on there, right? And this takes practice, just like anything else. It takes consistent practice with it to get good at it. Okay, it's not going to happen the first day. It'll help, but it's not going to happen. You're not going to master it immediately, right? So once we've reversed engineered this and we start recognizing those feelings, we can start putting the brakes on that anxiety attack a little bit. But really, what we want to do is go further up the pyramid or up the triangle. Reverse engineer. We've identified the feelings. Now, what thoughts are leading to those feelings, right? Once we identify those thoughts and know that they lead to feelings and then anxiety, we can start to put the brakes on all this stuff, right? These are the kind of thoughts that lead me to bad feelings, that lead me to anxiety attacks and like high stress, right? Triangle of awareness, right? Takes a minute, takes a while to practice, takes a while to get good Takes a while to get good at it, but really work backwards at first, okay? Just know that whenever you feel a panic attack coming on, or stress or anxiety, you're not alone. Especially right now, the whole world is concerned about the same things: money, work, the future, health, what's going on with my friends and family, all this stuff you can't control. Fact of the matter is, we can't control. All we can do is be safe and be smart, stay sharp and stay strong, okay? We need to practice emotional control. And right now is an absolutely crucial time to do that. People don't do it in general, right? When you let that fear and hysteria take hold of you, you're done, okay? So emotional control, work backwards through the triangle of awareness, try the breathing practices, and just know that you're not alone, okay? Strength, fitness, muscles, fat loss, all PRs, all that stuff, it's great and necessary. But really, we need to understand that they are tools towards bigger things. And what I mean by that is, most people are looking for, what do I do today from now on to solve my problems, right? What diet do I do? What training program is going to solve my problems? I want to lose 30 pounds. Cool. I usually ask people, how's your life going to improve after you lose 30 pounds? And the answer is almost always going to be kind of superficial. Well, I'll just look better. Okay, so let's peel back that onion. Let's peel back those layers a little bit and dig a little deeper. So what I'm hearing is that you don't like the way you look. No. So does that make you kind of not very confident about yourself? Well, yeah, right? So now we've got confidence issues. We're digging down, right? And then a lot of people maybe feel like they're not good role models for their kids or their family, right? So now we've got even a deeper connection, right? It's not just the 30 pounds, right? It's much more. Or in the case of guys that maybe want to put on some size and gain some muscle to attract women, right? Which is normal. That's fine, right? What I'm hearing is they feel lonely. right? And they're looking for a vehicle to kind of cure that loneliness, right? Whether that loneliness be for one night or a full-on relationship, that's up to them. But really, there's always a deeper thing to look into, right? And that's within. It's not a superficial program or diet. These things aren't going to fix your problems, right? We have to start with everything, right? Lifestyle, mindset, nutrition, strength, fitness, all that good stuff, right? And that all leads to one good thing. So just know that all dark times have new dawns, right? And it's going to come, right? Things aren't that crazy right now. It's a lot different than we're used to, but new beginnings and new dawns will come once again, right? Just like my friend Jack Donovan mentioned in his Stay Solar essay and podcast, really good points there for, I think, a lot of men to listen to, is our ancestors most likely looked at the sun as a massive symbol of power. It's a very powerful symbolic symbol, right? And there's nothing more powerful than the sun. It too fell to darkness every day, but rose triumphant every morning, right? There's some power there, okay? So he coined the term Stay Solar. So stay solar, my friends, and stay positive, stay smart, stay sharp, and practice emotional control. Control your anxiety through these practices, and let me know how it works for you, right? I genuinely want to know how my free workouts and practices like this help you, because it makes me feel good to know that I'm helping people and providing value. All right? Okay, guys, take it easy.